Welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We've returned to Bogano, where I intend to put Oggdo Bogdo deep into the ground. He looks weird, all shiny and gold like that. Before I drop down there, shout out to Justin Jones, who says, "Thanks for explaining how stim packs are refilled." And then notes that the Purge Troopers also have a different voice actor, otherwise as they're enhanced or pitched the voice differently. Also, as you pointed out, they are edgelords, but yeah, those guys don't fuck around. I wonder how difficult one of the royal guards would be to fight. I suspect that they would be particularly nasty with their pikes. Yeah, the red guys who protected the Emperor, those guys were scary. I liked that they never made a sound, even when they were being cut down. I mean, the only person I've ever actually seen beat one is Luke Skywalker, and that's kind of a high bar. Justin then adds, I need to investigate whether or not there are Purge Trooper Lego minifigs. As I said a while ago, I do have a fuck ton of Clone Trooper and Stormtrooper minifigs, but I also have a few Dark Trooper ones, too. Nice. I looked into that, actually, after I saw that comment, and I did find a shitload of results, but I'm pretty sure at least most of them were, what do you call it, just fan creations. Of course, they are. Lego fans are weird that way. Like customized minifigures that look like Purge Troopers. I even saw one that was explicitly fan-created, where the guy went to the trouble of mocking up the box art with like the logos and stuff on it. Like a set that would just be called Purge Trooper Attack, and it's like 5 or 6 Purge Troopers with various weapons. Yes! Yes, then Justin takes the opportunity to drop in a quote by saying, "No guards on the cells. I have a bad feeling about this." And adds to my conversation about the deep-sea fish. And then there's the anglerfish. And the more I think about it, the more I think Roanoke Gaming is right about the damn thing. I know they discussed the necromorphs in great detail. I don't know what they said about anglerfish specifically. All right. Ow. Ah! No! I was just trying to get out of the way of that one. No, I got the stuff back, so that's fine. Interesting. Now it brings up to switch lightsaber types. So why would I do that for this fight? Well, I could give it a shot, of course. Oh, I've got it! The reason that I respawn in this game, even though I'm not undead and just getting back up. See how I always stand up from these meditation circles? The secret is that sometimes he doesn't actually leave the meditation circle. Sometimes he's receiving a vision from the Force. If you approach this fight like this, you will die. Oh shit! I jumped way too early, but I managed to grab on at the bottom. I don't know what possessed me to do that. Climb up these red and green ferns. I should be aware of where he is before I drop into the room, because he tends to start things off by charging straight into me. Seriously, it's like a body slam with... Not a body slam, a body check with teeth in front of it. Ah! Oh! I just dropped half my health with that one. That was just sloppy. I was dodged too early, as soon as they turn red. So that was the timing with the stormtroopers who had one. That's kind of an art in the Dark Souls-style games, where, especially with bosses, you will see where it's like, oh, he starts winding up for an attack, but then he just sort of keeps winding up and doesn't actually swing until like 3 seconds after he started moving. So if you dodge right away when you recognize the tell, you will get back on your feet just in time to be put on your ass. Remember Godric the Grafted had a few moves like that in Elden Ring. I suppose I could try dropping in on him. I thought he started out... What was it? I swear he wasn't there a second ago. Ooh, that was a big chunk. That was like a third of his health. Ow. No. Bad frog. You don't get to do that more than once. No! Tongue. Okay, fine, maybe you do. Oh, shit!
Toss me one, BD.
It's a crazy jump. You be dead! Oggdo Bogdo defeated. Skill point acquired. It's time to level up. You were a worthy foe. Rest in peace.
Help, please. Feeling much better. Thanks.
Hey, he does say it sometimes. And it didn't bring up a scan or anything, so I'll just go to this. And I've gotten all the Bogano scans for life forms. Bograd, Oggdo, Splox, and Oggdo Bogdo. Sever the tongue with a combination of the Force and lightsaber attack, so I didn't do that. Highly aggressive, tremendous speed, powerful stamina, and lightsaber resistant. The rare Oggdo Bogdo is a fiendishly formidable abomination, even deadlier than its common relative. This hyper-aggressive predator attacks with ferocity, constantly maneuvering towards its prey to inflict greater injury at close range. The creature's speed and stamina are unmatched, making it difficult to parry or strike its lightsaber-resistant shell straight on. Yeah, the colorization does make that one look worse than the other one. You can also... Yeah, I guess what they mean there is I can use slow while its tongue is extended and then chop it off with the lightsaber. I realized during that fight I've barely made use of the thing I just got. Interesting. He very much lunges forward in a stabbing motion or swings out, yeah, when you do the delays. Oop! Well, I didn't mean to do that, but we're going to be saving right after this anyway. There's also a Force Echo in... Oh, it's one of those little critter nests. That's unfortunate. Maximum life increased!
Is it trying to defend its family?
Poor Bogling was killed. Bogling corpse. This Bogling fought back against an Oggdo, desperately trying to protect its family. 3 of 3 life essences collected. Maximum life increased. Nice. Let's not chop that. You know, I remember I saw that the first time I was here. Don't want to chop those. But at the same time... Actually, let me check something. See if the other one gives off more light because it's got another blade. It actually does! Well done, developers. Damn it, I've lost my train of thought. That happens to me a lot, you might have noticed. It's very confusing being me sometimes. Oh, no, can't run along that. Big crack in the middle. This old station seems to have been designed to turn atmospheric pressure into milk. It's an astromech droid, but not an R2 unit. Just in a big pile of metal junk. If I had to guess, I'd say that that was cleaned out of the area that became the workshop. Life force and stim canisters have been restored. Enemies have respawned, except for Oggdo Bogdo. He has become one with the Force. Agile deflection. Cal automatically deflects blaster bolts while he is sprinting or wall running. He does! I mean, it's just a video of him running around in a circle while being shot at by stormtroopers. The wall running one was good, because there have been moments where it's like, well, I need to run across that. There's a bunch of guys over there with shooters, and, I don't know how I feel about that. Because if I get shot off, I'm falling into a cliff. Now, how do I get back to the ship? Yes, right. Okay. Alright. Oh, that goes up from here. Fuck, I couldn't quite tell from the angle. Oh, good God! Well, that just about gave me a goddamn heart attack. I wasn't paying attention to the path in front of me, stepped through a very narrow gap, but thankfully it was narrow enough that I just kept going and grabbed onto the other side. Oh dear, that's not where I meant to be going. Maybe it's a weird coincidence. Maybe it's not my fault, and all the characters I control are secretly clods who can't find their way out of the paper bag. Guess I'll go back up here. I would say increased max life and increased max stims are a pretty good reward for coming back here. Yes, that's right, there was a zip line over here. I freed the boglings from the terror of Oggdo Bogdo. Hey guys. Hello, Seer.
You must have come here a lot with Cordova.
No. Actually, he never brought me here. He did tell me about it. I was the only one who knew of its location.
He trusted you.
I suppose he did. He trusted I'd believe him and finish what he started.
Hopefully he was right.
BD-1 thinks so.
He's one bright droid.
Beep. What would be even funnier is if they made those, like, what they wrote, like, someone spent too much time making sure the sound effects matched the actual words. Because it's really funny when something does that. I remember seeing a webcomic named after a strange noise that the, like a random noise that the developer had, couldn't remember the word for that is, had made with his mouth, and it's like, I'm just gonna make a noise and then try to write it down, and what he came up with was a pitikobj.
quiet. Too quiet.
Not a fan of nature, Grease?
Only behind glass. Otherwise, nature's not a fan of me. I mean, I may have 4 arms, but if you haven't noticed, I'm basically bite-sized for most deadly creatures.
So you and Sierra have been here a few times?
Oh, we've been all over the place. Non-stop tour of the galaxy with her. But she's paying the bills, so I can't complain, really.
Better than hiding on a scrapyard for years.
Oh, that I can agree with. I mean, I've seen trash heaps before, and that planet was the trashiest. I can't believe anyone would... Sorry.
You're not wrong.
Honestly, if anything, I just feel mildly offended on Prof's behalf. Okay. We'll be back. There's more things to discover on Bogano.
Ready to go?
For now, let's head back off to Zepho.
Back to Zepho, huh?
The Empire might have found the Zepho tomb. We can't waste any time.
Pity. Heard about a high-stakes game from one of Saw's fighters. A few extra credits couldn't hurt, you know?
Gambling. Grease, use your head. One of these days, the Haxian brood is going to catch up with you.
Those slubs? I'll hear them coming from a parsec away.
I don't need your gambling habit causing us more trouble with murderous criminal syndicates.
You're right, I know it. I just want to blow off some stress every once in a while, you know? Anyway, all of that is in the past. I'm sure it won't be a problem.
Kind of disappointed that he doesn't have
Time to land, get up here.
He doesn't have all 4 hands sitting on controls. I do like that his chair has double armrests, though. It's very cute. Don't tell him I said that. No, really, he'll shank me. Zepho. I wonder if I could make myself an alphabet out of the characters that appear under the names. It's probably the alien language there. I have the word Aribesh in my head to refer to the writing language in Star Wars. I don't know if that's accurate or not. New objective added to HoloMap. Inspect the giant Zepho statue. I mean, that's a pretty big fucking statue, alright. Right behind a door that is now green. Hey, look who's still here! You big metal piece of shit. I like how its legs are basically just girders with joints.
You think Grease is putting bets on if we succeed or not?
Cal, I take responsibility for him. You have nothing to worry about.
If you say so.
When I found Grease, he was in a lot of debt with the brood. I paid it off. All of it. At least I thought so.
We all have our problems.
Yes, I suppose we do.
God damn it, I can't remember if I've healed or not. How embarrassing. Just use the one on the ship and it'll be fine. I should probably do that anyway. Oh no, the camera does turn. He just wants to face the wall, I guess. I suppose that is now that I think about it, the stims thing, that is kind of a standard of the genre, isn't it? Giving you a healing item with limited uses that recharge whenever you rest. I was chagrined yesterday to see in a clip that Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, the one from the third movie, has emitters, has an emitter not entirely unlike this. It's maybe a bit thicker than that. So yeah, no more trash talking that. on Magus. Oh, I looked at that one already. Kind of surprised he even knows how to use a double-bladed lightsaber without cutting himself in half. He was just a Padawan. He apparently didn't have, Force lift yet. It does make it weird that they emphasize... I mean, push, I get. It's probably the most basic power there is. Just gather the Force into, your hand and then shove it out as hard as you can. Slow seems a bit esoteric compared to some of the other powers. Like, you'd think Force healing would take priority for the Jedi. Thought that was one of those little mouse droids for a moment. Ooh, walkway. Totally thought there'd be a box in the back. There's a box here, but it's actually not a real box. It's just a crate. Also, I figure that line that Grease said there about, it's too bad, I thought I could get in on a high-stakes game. Pretty sure he was meant to say that before we left Kashyyyk. Ooh, what? Oh, yes, they're shooting at the scuzzes. How wonderful. Second thought. Technically, every planet is an isolated rock, my dude. You see anything floating in space next to Earth other than its own moon? We're not tethered to anything. There's no bridge to Mars. Although now I'm trying to imagine such a thing, and it's very ridiculous. Kinda didn't think they'd let me stand up here. I thought it would slide off. Very gritty, this texture. I like that. Could have thrown some dirt decals on there and called it a day. Well, I'm BurningDogFace, and I will see you on the next episode of Let's Play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We're going to keep looking around Zepho and rock some face and try not to get seen by those TIE fighters who seem to be unable to notice anything worth a damn anyway. Like, for starters, I really don't know that it was a great idea to land at the same exact spot where they discovered us and sent an ATST after us. Apparently I overestimated the Empire's intelligence. So yes, I'll see you next time, guys. Till then, have yourselves a great day. And may the Force be with you.